Right guys, just collecting my new MG4 today. Look at this, absolutely beautiful. Right, I have MG5 which is just down there, which I part exchanger to get this. What do you think? Nice looking car. Let's take it for a spin. Right, I have to say, I'm so impressed with this car. The driving experience is a lot better than my old MG5, I have to say. It's not as soft as MG, but it's also not as hard as some of the competitors I have tested before. I have been driving electric cars for over 6 years now, and this is my 4th electric car. And so far, the best. Let me have a look at some stats here. I did 64 miles. I have set up the MG Pilot on. I never thought I'll say this, but I really enjoyed it. When people were saying about MG Pilot, how great it was, and I was like, no, I like my driving experience too much, that I just let it running by itself. But you know what, on the longer journeys, it's absolutely amazing. You don't really need to worry about the distance. The car will just slow down. Really nice. Basically, the last 64 miles, I didn't even touch the brake pedal because the car was just adjusting all the speed by itself. Really impressed. I'm averaging 3.2 miles to the kilowatt hour, which is average because I set up cruise control for 70, so I don't have much time to do much regenerative braking, I have to say. But yeah, really enjoy it. Now it's speed up again because the car just moved in front of me to the other lane. Brilliant. And the car is stopped again. This is such a clever piece of technology. I mean, I have to say, all the car manufacturers, they should be worried, because this car is going to be a game changer, in my opinion, for the EV industry. I know it's not a cheap car when you're looking over it, but for an EV, absolutely incredible value for money. You know, I bought this car, this is the long range with 64 kilowatt an hour battery. And this car is capable of doing up to 281 miles. In the summer, that shouldn't really be much trouble to get to that figures. I was driving MG5, and my personal best distance was 225 miles. Family of 5, going to the seaside from Stafford. I don't remember the place we went to, and we still had 5% remaining. I literally just drove to drop my MG5 and parts to take this one, and I did 202 miles. This is October the 2nd, sorry. The temperature when I took off was 5 degrees, and then it raised up to 13, and I managed to do it with 2% remaining, which is pretty amazing, I have to say. And 75% of the journey was on the motorway. Just doing quick top up. I like the light indicator, so you can see that's each quarter of the battery. So that'll be half, 3/4 and a full battery, which is quite nice. Sadly, this is only 50 kilowatts, but let's see how quickly we can top it up to 80–90%. Battery charge 98% in just over an hour. Happy with that. Alright guys, I think this car is pretty amazing. I'm not a car journalist, You know, this is just my personal opinion. I mean, look at that. LED lights. I like those sharp edges. 17 inches alloy wheels. Look at the interior. I think that looks pretty good. Way much better than my old M5. MG5. I mean, look at the space at the back. 5'10". Still got space. Looking good. Oh, that's very clever for ISOFIX. Nice. USB port at the back, some space there, some cup holders. Nice. I don't think there is another car that just looks like this. Just has that nice, unique touch. Decent sized boot, around 360 liters. It is smaller than MG5, but it should be fine for us. They don't do granny cables anymore, the guy said, but Type 2 will do. And again, look at that, half a battery to indicate. Love this. What's also worth mentioning that there is no key button to start. You literally sit down in the car and you're ready to go. Let's have a look again at what's inside here. This is the SE model. Your glove box, there's a light there. Cup holders. I really like this storage here. It's quite a bit of space, to be honest. But also you've got another huge space here. And this could be also used for phone. But there is a massive part here. And even my huge Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra can fit it in quite easily. You got your 10-inch touchscreen, and then you got your main screen here. But yeah, what do you think, guys? I have to say, I really like this floating console. However, you can see the fingerprints on those black here already, and that was the same thing with the MG5. But sadly, you cannot have everything. This is my average consumption, 3.5. I wasn't going slowly because I spent nearly 8 hours driving, and I've done over 400 miles already. No, sorry, 500, because when I collected the car, it was 0. So I did 300, and to get to my final destination, that was another 200. So I did 500 overall, not in this car. Also, what I like, you can customize those buttons here. When you press the star, you got your climate control, and then you can just use the buttons to change a temperature and adjust the things, which is nice. Bring it down or bring it up. Not bad at all. Got all your settings for different modes. I was using Eco today and a little bit of normal mode to start with. That's the regenerative braking. Again, I'm not a huge fan of the high one, so I was just doing the adaptive and it was doing a pretty good job. MG Pilot, as I said, doing a pretty nice job. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you'd like to see my honest review of MG5 after having it for over a year, click up here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next one.